In the north of Europe, in Norway, there is a place almost like paradise. This amazing garden is only 20 minutes pleasant fjord trip away from the city center of Stavanger. Gorgeous place with everything well organized and synchronized. The ship arrives on time to take you to the island where you have a tour of all the gardens, finishing in the restaurant where you get a lunch meal. The whole experience takes 5 hours from your departure and return back to the Stavanger Quay. From the moment you step ashore you will find the island tranquility. Endre Bryn, general manager of the park, guides you on a tour around the garden. He will make you smile and laugh as you enjoy beautiful views, colors and scents. In 1965 his grandfather, Esmond Bryn and wife, bought the farmstead Mangela on this windy island. He built a small cottage where weekends and holidays could be enjoyed in silence. This was the worst place on the island. The farmers found it not suitable for farming, a stony area with no trees. In 1987 gardener Esmond was forced to retire due to poor health and moved to Mangela. Planting trees as a wind barrier and designing a small garden became his rehabilitation. The garden expanded and took gradually shape as a lush and colorful tropical garden covering 2 acres. In 1995 Esmond and wife opened the garden to the public. And his son, Olaf and wife, opened a restaurant for visitors. 20 years later the garden has grown into a park stretching over 20 acres. The garden is neatly divided into themes like cactus, bamboo, bonsai gardens and rose fields. There are plants from all over the world as well as Norwegian pine and spruce. This area was originally feeding grounds, but to make dams it was stripped for soil and mold to be used elsewhere. Fertilizer and water are essential the whole season for the garden to bloom and to reduce weeding to a minimum. Chef of the restaurant, Andre Mulder, is from Holland and he has been here for 20 years. The garden needs water, plenty of water and rain. The dams have natural bottom of rock. The whole garden was not designed, but in this way streams, large ponds and waterfalls made themselves. They also serve as water reservoirs in dry summers. On a hot summer's day it is possible to plunge into the sea from this sandy beach. Olav Bryn and his son Endera plants 50,000 flowers in the garden in the spring. Summer flowers are the hallmark and they bloom throughout the season. Especially in late summer they are impressive. There are 300 different summer flowers, while the rest are perennials, bushes and trees. Here are palms and so many flowers that one thinks one is on a different latitude. Olav Bryn is the gardener and designer of the park, year after year. He plays with colors and shapes throughout winter, so that next year's flower show will be as impressive as possible. Olav Bryn thinks of new combinations, finds new plants and flowers and looks for shades that have not been tried before. The result is colorful and the source of inspiration is the rainbow. He wants to create something that is interesting and gives a better garden so the guests get the pleasure of another world. Around 35,000 persons visit the beautiful park in the season, from beginning of May to the end of September.